The raging controversy witnessed in the judiciary since October end remains intact. The debate now revolves around the issue if the executive can take any position in the ongoing debacle. The legislature is another platform from where the dispute can be settled. Calls are therefore growing for a new House session so that the elected representatives discuss the crisis faced by the judiciary. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The Nepal Bar intensifies protests against Chief Justice Rana demanding his resignation, directs all justices not to attend any scheduled hearings. Government fails to come up with clear drafts on socialist economy approach envisioned by the Constitution. Socialist economy remains limited to slogans. US President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping to hold a virtual summit later today as tensions between the countries deepen revolving around Taiwan. And Australia crowned new T20 world champions. West Tasman rivals New Zealand by 8 wickets. Warner adjust play of the tournament. The Nepal Bar Association has staged protests in all the courts across the country, including the Supreme Court, demanding the resignation of the Chief Justice. In the meantime, the Nepal Bar has directed all the justices not to attend the hearing allotted by Chief Justice Rana. Law practitioners have been protesting against Chief Justice Sholendra Shamsher since October end, criticizing him for harboring irregularities within the judiciary. The agitating law practitioners had picketed at the main entrance of the Supreme Court yesterday as well to prevent Chief Justice Rana from entering the court. The law practitioners reiterated that the resignation of the Chief Justice was the bottom line for negotiation. Meanwhile, a few people tried to interrupt the ongoing protest, demanding to end the current stalemate seen in the judiciary. The police took a few of them into custody. The Nepal Bar Association accused the Chief Justice of mobilizing vigilance in the protest and prepared to centralize the protest of all the units of the Nepal Bar Association of the Kathmandu Valley at the Apex Court itself from today. Meanwhile, Chief Justice Rana had scheduled all the regular hearings yesterday amid the ongoing protest. The ongoing dispute at the Apex Court has largely affected judicial service. The socialist economy approach has been enshrined in the Constitution, which was promulgated 6 years ago. However, political parties themselves do not have a clear-cut draft on socialism. Likewise, the government has failed to include programs in the budget that can exhibit ground for socialist economy approach. We have more in this report. Finance Minister Janardhan Sharma had instructed employees to study socialism. However, he forgot that the government should give clear instructions to them by explaining the socialist economy. On top of that, the government failed to move forward the socialist economy after announcing the budget. Political parties have largely failed to clarify the issue regarding the implementation and approach of socialism in Nepal, despite including socialist economy in the Constitution. The government introduces several popular programs highlighting socialist economy based on votes. However, productivity has always been missing. Socialism, as experts explain, is the system of equitable distribution of benefits produced by the combination of capital and labor to both investors and workers. In socialism, government ownership has to be increased in every sector. However, the government has not stepped up its efforts. Experts opine the government should focus on taking ownership of education and health and raising the economic status of poor families. However, in the current scenario, the general public has doubt on the government's performance capacity. They believe all the structures can neither be brought under the control of the state, nor does the government has the ability to act on it. Apart from this, the government lacks policy to generate employment. Even self-employment has not been secured. Most of the private sectors are based on trade rather than production, and the challenge is to transform it into industry-based. The government has always failed in implementing good governance. Experts pointed out that the slogans of self-reliance have been limited to documents due to the huge difference between the economy envisaged by the constitution and the economy the country has adopted now. Thus, the approach to socialist economy has only been limited to slogans. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the people in Pokhara, Sindhpalchok, Rautahat, Biratnagar, among other places, what their take is on the unavailability of chemical fertilizers at the time of planting crops. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
किसान के हुन् र यिनलाई नगरे पनि हुन्छ जस्तो गर्छन् भनेर वास्ता नगरेको हो कि सरकारले
राजनीतिक दलको कारणले जस्तै लाग्छ कि
राज्यकै उदासीनताको कारण हो
सम्बन्धित निकायको कुनै चासो नभएको कारणले
कसरी ल्याइहाल्यो भने पनि महँगोमा लिनु पर्छ
यो चाहिँ किसानहरूको लागि वर्षेनी दोहोरिने समस्याको रूपमा छ
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where we text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what you say on the socialist economy being limited to slogan? The options are option A, goalless plans, option B, political leadership's indifference, and option C, impractical. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.